Welcome to a new episode of Plots We Have at Home, where we come up with the most unhinged story prompts this side of the Atlantic and let ChatGPT do the hard work and make sense of it.
Why not? We read the stories out loud for you, and it's always the first time for both of us hearing them, so you get our unfiltered reactions.
I'm John.
And I'm Danny.
And let's dive right into the first story of the day.
And since it is Christmas, our topic today is
Christmas.
And I will start with our first story of today. It's called Enchanted Mistletoe Moments. Okay. It was a crisp winter morning in the charming town of Evergreen Falls.
It's already starting great.
The snowflakes danced in the air, creating a magical ambience that only added to the festive spirit. In the heart of the town stood Rosa Diaz, a determined and independent young woman who ran a small event planning business known for torturing ordinary occasions into extraordinary celebrations.
Okay.
Rosa had just secured the most significant contract of her career, organizing the mayor's Christmas party. Professor Oak,
Here we go.
the esteemed mayor of Evergreen Falls, had entrusted her with the task of making this year's celebration unforgettable. The theme was a winter wonderland, with the highlight being a rare mystical event, the Enchanted Mistletoe Moments. Okay, so
That sounds like a lawsuit.
It's themed like a prom. Like winter prom. It's great.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So far, that's like on track with what I expected to happen.
There's a time and place for everything. As Rosa delved into the preparations, she couldn't help but remember her past.
Can you like go to all your old Christmas stuff?
No. Nathan Fillion, a charismatic actor and Rosa's ex-lover, had returned to Evergreen Falls with the hope of rekindling their romance. Oh my god, this is a Hallmark movie.
Ding, ding, ding! Correct answer!
Yes, you already guessed it.
Okay.
That's extra points for you.
However, Rosa was focused on her career and hesitant to let him back into her life out of so many reasons. One day, while finalizing the details for the mayor's Christmas party, Rosa encountered a mysterious stranger. Wolfgang, the sensate from the show Sense8. First, I just read the name, I was like, who the fuck is Wolfgang? Is that just some random German name? God, does he even have a last name? And he probably does.
Probably does, but I don't think they ever say it.
Okay, Wolfgang, a sensate from the show Sense8, seemed to appear out of thin air. His captivating presence and enigmatic aura left Rosa intrigued and a bit flustered. Hello, Rosa. I couldn't help but notice your dedication to making this Christmas special, Wolfgang said with a charming smile. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa.
Making this Christmas special.
Yes, thank you. As Rosa and Wolfgang collaborated on the party arrangements. So now he's working with her, or he's helping her to charm her. Okay. An undeniable connection blossomed.
Some time.
As Rosa and Wolfgang collaborated on the party arrangements, an undeniable connection blossomed between them. Their conversations were filled with laughter, shared secrets, and the magic of the season. Meanwhile, Nathan, witnessing Rosa's growing bond with Wolfgang, felt a pang of jealousy and decided to compete for Rosa's heart. This is the amount of cringe I'm already feeling is just intense.
I'm actually kind of scared how good it is at this.
In the midst of the romantic entanglements, the town was abuzz with excitement over the arrival of Santa Claus.
Here we go.
It was tough.
That's the one for today.
It was... However, this was no ordinary Santa. It was Frank Lapidus from Lost, flying in on his helicopter instead of a sleigh. Rosa, juggling her emotions and event preparations, found herself relying on detective instincts when strange occurrences began to unfold in Evergreen Falls. It seemed that the enchantment of the mistletoe was bringing unexpected surprises to the town, like love letters mysteriously finding their way to the intended recipients and long-lost friends reuniting under its magical influence. And why exactly does she want to stop that?
And why exactly does she have detective instincts if she is like an event planner?
You based her on the detective character, and it's just ChatGPT making things up. On the night of the mayor's Christmas party, the Winter Wonderland theme came to life. The town square sparkled with lights, and the air was filled with the scent of freshly fallen snow.
And what scent would that be?
Freshly fallen snow, I just said that. As the party commenced...
Cold.
Smells like carrots. It's another Lost reference.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
As the party commenced, Nathan approached Rosa with a heartfelt confessional. Oh, you're making me read this out loud. Rosa, I know I messed up in the past, but being here with you now, I realize how much I've missed you. Let me make things right, he pleaded. Caught in a whirlwind of emotions, Rosa glanced over at Wolfgang, who had been watching from a distance. She took a deep breath and responded, Nathan, I appreciate your honesty, but my heart is leading me in a different direction. Just as she spoke those words, Frank Lapidus descended from the night sky in his helicopter, spreading joy and Christmas cheer. The town gathered around, and Rosa found herself standing next to Wolfgang, hand in hand, leading the clans of Berlin together. How romantic. The magic of the mistletoe worked its charm, and love blossomed in unexpected places. Professor Oak, observing the joyous scene, couldn't have been happier with the success of the Christmas party. Rosa, surrounded by newfound love and the enchantment of the season, realized that sometimes the most magical moments happen when you least expect them. As snowflakes continued to fall, Evergreen Falls celebrated a Christmas filled with love, laughter, and enchanting mistletoe moments. And so, the small town wrote a new chapter in its history, proving that the spirit of Christmas could bring people together in the most extraordinary ways. Wow. Okay,
Well,
classic Hallmark movie. That is. I mean, I went there from when the love from the past like reappeared or some bullshit like that. So beautiful, beautiful. I'm a little sad that Professor Oak didn't get to say anything. Like actually dialogue. I wanted him to say there's a time and place for everything. That's really all I wanted him to say.
It would have been fucking great. I should have.
But when Rosa wanted to go out on her bicycle, but it was icy outside, and he was like, "There's the time and place for everything."
I should have included that,
That
like as a heart.
But I love the image of Frank Lapidus descending from the night sky in his helicopter, wearing like a Santa dress or something.
And
oh my God.
just like a Hawaiian shirt and the hat.
Yeah, pretty much. Like season 4 and 5 Lapidus, not shaved season 6 Lapidus. No, we don't want that shit.
No.
Yeah. We want the alcoholic, rough-looking Lapidus. Oh, my boy Frankie. I'm very happy that you included him on that. Love that. I also love that it all happens. I just assume that Evergreen Falls is probably the first tiny town in Pokemon where you get your Pokemon.
No, I think that's just...
Or it's just a name I made up?
It's just a random, like, made-up town.
I felt like this could be a Pokemon town.
Maybe, but not a town that I would... Like.
No, I mean, I also the village is like...
First gen, it was, like, colors in the names. And
whatever.
Second gen, it was, like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, and also...
I was a little disappointed that there was this little dialogue generally, especially with Professor Oak, because I was searching for like a figure to put in the mayor role, and I was like, who did we have on the show already? What can we do? And I was like, of course, Professor fucking Oak.
He's a wrestler.
He's a fucking drama queen.
So fucking funny. Love it. Yeah, and I also love that you included Wolfgang. I was like so, as I said, like so out of it first, but then I just felt like, yeah, that's so cool because we didn't have anyone from Sense8 in here at this point.
Actually, I just told ChatGPT to randomly pick one of the people from Sense8 as the new
that's even better.
So I was like, oh damn, it actually worked.
That is so great, and I love it. And I feel like Wolfgang and Rosa Diaz are actually kind of.
Yeah, but
it's giving me some like Pimento vibes.
Yeah.
There. So
But, like,
a little less like funny crazy, a little more like dark crazy, but yeah.
But more on a functional level too. So
Yeah, no. But I think it was just, it gave me so many like cringe moments, like but low key cringe, like not on a I can't bear to even read this out loud cringe level.
yeah, just like the sprinkling of cringe that you expect from.
I feel like the mistletoe really didn't do anything in the theme there.
Yeah, that also. Maybe I should like
Just tell me
complete what I told it. Yes, I told ChatGPT to basically just look at all the Christmas Hallmark movies that it can remember, and then boil them down to the essence and make a new one out of it. And then I gave it all the characters that you read about in this beautiful story, and also told it to include some weird, like, supernatural element, which I assume is the magical mistletoe that makes, like, love letters appear at their recipient.
It actually just makes like people that are not like courageous enough to make the first step, like just make the first step.
Which is kinda cute.
It was really cute. I was a little like confused why Rosa would want to stop that.
I don't know, maybe because people are confused that stuff is happening, and
Yeah, probably.
that's like pretty much what I told it to. And of course, that the main character has to have like a small business that gets like a weirdly huge contract right before Christmas. That's very important to the mayor at the Christmas party that the mayor is throwing, because that's every Hallmark Christmas movie ever.
Yes, no, I love that. I also just love that Rosa Diaz is doing this like weird event planning thing, because I kind of can see that happen.
Yeah, she's
kind of
great
on
at
track
balloon
with,
arches.
and it's also on track with like some of her like softer vibes going on, and the whole Nancy Myers.
Drews.
Nancy Myers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry,
Yes.
we butchered that.
And with her like apartment and the balloon arch.
Yes,
thing
that's
and
what I
everything.
thought. I was like, yeah, no, that tracks.
Weirdly enough,
And
that fit. I also didn't pick her to be an event planner. I just said she has a small business
I mean,
that gets a big contract.
it probably made a lot of sense when you said it had something to do with the mayor's Christmas party.
Yeah, I assume
because then it was like...
Yeah, usually it's either like an event planning thing, a baking thing, or
That's what I thought.
one of the two.
Yes, pretty much. That's also not a lot more that has like at least not like playing a huge role. I mean, you can do the flowers, I guess, but then again, how much work is that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Not that wouldn't be a lot of work, but just to fill the whole movie and to just have this happen over weeks, it would be a lot of work out of them. Yeah, and I am just positively surprised that this is a very well functioning story.
Yes, like
it's coherent.
scarily coherent.
Like there
Maybe
no...
we shouldn't talk as much shit about Hallmark movies.
Apparently it works out pretty well. It's like very straightforward. No, and I would give it like a 8 out of 10, I think.
I feel
It's
like
like
that's
it could have like some more sprinkles of like some fun elements or some twists. Like there was no twist.
Exactly.
Which is
If
okay, it was a Hallmark movie, there are no twists. Like we kind of know that. Yeah, I mean the twist usually is that the love interest comes, like the first love interest comes back, and then she kind of is considering that first and then switches back or something. Yeah.
Yes. I think it could have taken it a little like up a notch a little bit for me if, for example, the mystical element was like some weird Christmas toy coming to life or some shit like
or
that.
like a Jack Frost kind of situation with like snowman running around.
I always have this weird like Hallmark Christmas movie rent-free in the back of my head where like the main character girl has like a bakery, of course, and she falls in love with a nutcracker that comes to life as like a German soldier. It's like a whole thing. Look that up. A very nutty Christmas. I can only recommend it.
Yeah, and I really wanted to have Professor Oak and also Frank Lapidus actually say things.
Yes.
And just sprinkle in, because they're like the comic relief kind of the whole thing. And it was like a little like also the weird mayor that has like these like weird things going on. They could have also had like some Pokemon elements to it with Professor Oak.
Definitely.
That could have also gone into the mystical
use like
whatever
the character for it, but yeah.
Or she could have like had like Pokemon work for her, like they actually do in the Pokemon world, where I don't know, you use like the whatever
Yeah,
Pokemon to
yeah,
help you
like,
out with shit.
Manchoke to build your house because
Yes.
it has 4 fucking strong arms. Yes.
Stuff like that. But other than that, like it was cutesy. It was fun. The characters were very greatly picked, and that's why I would give it 8 out of 10. Very Christmassy.
Thank you very much. And our second story of the day goes under the title of Christmas Secrets Unleashed. The grand dining room was adorned with festive decorations, the soft glow of Christmas lights casting an air of warmth over the scene. The eclectic group of guests gathered around the elaborately set table, each with their own secrets carefully concealed beneath the facade of holiday cheer. Hannibal Lecter, impeccably dressed, as the picture of poise, presided over the dinner with a charming smile. His guests, blissfully unaware of the darkness that lurked behind his refined exterior, chatted and laughed, reveling reveling in the joyous atmosphere, revealing nothing. As the first didn't see that one coming. As the first course was served, Monica Geller couldn't resist adding her own touch to Hannibal's culinary creations. Secretly armed with a stash of exotic spices, she discreetly sprinkled them over the dishes when she thought no one was looking. Monica, pinch of cumin here, a dash of paprika there, just spicing things up a little bit. Meanwhile, Rosa Diaz, hey!
That's
the first one.
That's not the first. We had a Sherlock situation in episode 3.
But we planned that.
No, it wasn't planned.
Wasn't it?
That's why we called it Sherlock in the end, because...
We cut this one out. We planned that. Meanwhile, Rosa Diaz, the tough detective from the 99th precinct, sat stoically at the table, her eyes scanning the room for any signs of trouble. Unbeknownst to her colleagues, she harbored a secret love for the festive season. Rosa, rolling her eyes. Christmas is overrated, but these decorations are kinda cool, I guess. Dr. Gregory House, the cantankerous diagnostician, found himself engaged in a covert operation of his own. A live chicken squawked beneath the table. Having been smuggled in as part of House's unconventional plan for a Christmas feast. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm scared. House, grinning mischievously. Turkey is so cliché. Let's make this dinner memorable, shall we? Jesus.
Community Sean's boy bringing a live turkey to his Thanksgiving dinner.
Basically. I guess it's not a bad idea if you bring it over to Hannibal's. To have like your own backup, like this is for sure a chicken thing. Desmond Hume, the enigmatic time traveler, fidgeted in his seat, glancing at his watch nervously. He knew he had a crucial phone call to make, but he couldn't find the right moment to excuse himself without raising suspicion. Desmond, I need to make a call before it's too late. The fate of the world depends on it.
Okay, maybe not the fate of the world, but his own.
Amidst the chaos of secrets, an unexpected romance blossomed between Nadia of Antipaxels, Nadia of Antipaxels, and Rosa Diaz.
That's a good one.
Nadia, being a vampire, found Rosa's tough demeanor oddly alluring, while Rosa couldn't resist her mysterious charm of the centuries-old vampire.
You're doing the accent?
I'm trying to find it right now. Nadia. You're quite intriguing for a mortal, my dear. Shall we dance in the moonlight later?
So sorry.
Rosa, smirking. You're not my type. But I could use a partner for a stakeout. As the dinner progressed, the tension in the room thickened. Monica's secret spices added an unexpected twist to Hannibal's carefully crafted dishes. And the guests began to notice the peculiar flavors. Wait, she's spicing things up for everybody now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is she like serving the food? I don't get it.
No. It's a very Monica thing to do.
I mean, yeah, fair. I'm just trying to see her opportunity.
I don't know, sneaking in a kitchen while Hannibal is like entertaining.
Well, Hannibal, smiling through gritted teeth. I must say these spices are unexpected, but delightful. Suddenly chaos erupted as House's chicken, having evaded capture, darted across the table. Guests screamed and leapt from their seats, sending chairs toppling over. Desmond seized the opportunity to slip away from the table, making a beeline for the door to make his crucial phone call. Desmond, sorry, but I have to go. It's more important than this. In the midst of the commotion, Rosa and Nadia exchanged a glance, silently agreeing for a rendezvous later. We'll finish this later, vampire.
Does she know?
She's a detective.
I mean,
thank you very much.
Okay.
If anybody knows who a vampire is, it's probably Rosa. I guess her dad is on the vampire council. So.
True.
The chaos reached its peak when Hannibal, realizing the intrusion of his perfectly orchestrated dinner, demanded an explanation. Hannibal, what is the meaning of this madness? As the truth unraveled, each secret spilled out into the open. Monica's spices, House's chicken, Desmond's urgent phone call, Rosa's hidden love for Christmas, and Nadia's vampiristic nature laid bare. Hannibal, however, maintained his composure, a glint of darkness in his eyes as he surveyed the chaos. Well, seems we have our little secrets. How delightful. We all have our little secrets. How delightful. But the evening took a dark turn when Rosa, unable to resist the temptation of Nadia's offer, brandished a wooden stake. What? The showdown ensued as the guests grappled with the shocking revelations. Rosa pointing the stake at Hannibal. You're not the only one here with the dark side Lecter. Well, he's the only one that hasn't revealed anything yet. In the chaos that followed, the room echoed with screams and clashes. When the dust settled, it was Desmond who didn't make it out alive.
I thought he was gone already!
Jesus, I thought so too. He didn't make it out the door, I guess.
Okay.
Didn't make it out alive. What are we
Fate.
His fate sealed by the unfolding madness. As the remaining guests stared in shock of the aftermath, Hannibal calmly resumed his seat. Well, that was unsuspected. Shall we continue with dessert? The survivors, a mix of horror and disbelief, etched onto their faces, reluctantly returned to their seats. The air was heavy with the scent of tragedy, mingling with the lingering aroma of Monica's secret spices, and apparently fucking blood. And so, Christmas dinner continued. A macabre feast of secrets, chaos, and an unexpected romance that had ended in tragedy.
Oh, this is
You're back. Jesus fucking Christ. What? What? Okay. So first of all, I love the take on the like weirdly chaotic, secretive family dinner that I guess this is like taking on. And I love the guest list for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make an assumption now that you basically gave ChatGPT these two elements and then told it to come up with secrets for each one of them. Mm-hmm. And also like come up with who dies after the kerfuffle when all the secrets came out on the table, because otherwise I'm very shocked at any of the happenings.
So I did tell ChatGPT the secrets.
Okay.
But yes, I did. I just said one of them doesn't make it out alive.
Okay.
And I said there's a romance between two of them.
Ah, yeah, true.
So I did not choose the characters for that either.
Yes. I mean, great choices on ChatGPT's part for the romance part.
Yes,
I can very much see the two of them hitting it off right away. Rosa and Nadja would be a great couple. Yeah, I was a little confused about the
there was some confusion in there.
about the what you call it order of events at some points, because of Monica secretly spicing up Hannibal's food And then the chicken was clucking this whole time, like under the table too, which gave me like a weird like ticking bomb kind of energy. It's like boom.
Nobody questioned that. Yeah, no, it was a little. Let's just say there were some confusing parts. I also feel like Nadia's secret was never really mentioned because obviously her secret is that she's a vampire,
Yeah, okay.
and it never even gave her like a moment to try to hide that by saying something like, "Oh, I like human food" or something like that, like stuff that they say.
Oh, very nice. I like the garlic on the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also feel like Hannibal didn't have his secrets exposed.
I mean, his secret is that he's a cannibal, obviously, and I like that it actually just swings with it.
Yeah, it's
the
just
whole
like
time. Like we kind of know that there's something eerie and
uncomfortable like presence of it. Yes, I also like that it's basically just a staple for our podcast now. That every time Hannibal shows up, he's like vaguely cannibalistic, but also doesn't get caught out on it and gets away with it every time.
That's very true.
So that's great.
And I love that the chicken is the reason why everything started to be chaotic.
Yes,
because I also just said that everything erupts into chaos in the end, and then there's like a showdown happening. Because I thought that either, someone like it was probably gonna involve Hannibal or Nadia, just because of them being
I could see like Monica's spicing thing could.
But then it would be Hannibal and Monica getting into like a fight kind of situation. You know what I mean? But like Hannibal would have been equal either way.
Snowballs into like
that was
Hannibal.
Like it starts with like one thing where either like Rosa is like, okay, I'm a detective, I'm gonna call you out, you're a fucking cannibal, or someone being like, wait, this is a vampire, should we do something about that? Or Nadia just being like, oh, I've had it up to here, I'm gonna have some dinner on my own and just like eat someone.
People.
Yeah.
Yes. I also love that Rosa Diaz just casually has a wooden stake in her jacket, which also tracks very much with her character.
But then I thought, did she kill Nadia or did she just take the stake but then pointed at Hannibal?
Yeah, she just took the stake out and pointed it at Hannibal because she felt like...
But it felt so weirdly directed at Nadia, yes. Because he could have just taken, her gun.
I guess. I don't know, maybe ChatGPT got a little hiccup from Rosa and Nadia being entangled and therefore gave her the vampire killing weapon.
Yeah, and I mean, I also wanted to have them like different variations of how serious the secrets were, with like Rosa just desperately trying to hide the fact that she actually loves Christmas. And I also never intended that the chicken would be for the dinner. It was just a chicken episode kind of situation. I was trying to find something that was very like on character for the like people, which is also why Desmond had to make this important phone call, which is the phone call he has to make to Penny so he gets his mind back when he's on the boat. If you haven't seen that, the episode's called The Constant.
Yes, I'm here. I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
I love you, Penny.
It's obviously of Lost, and it's one of the highest rated TV episodes ever, and it takes place on Christmas Eve.
Yes, also, if you haven't been invited to a dinner at Hannibal Lecter's yet, next time or first time you do, I think bringing a chicken just in case is a decent play, because you never know what exactly he's gonna serve you.
And I mean, honestly, you can be pretty sure about that.
I mean, you
don't know who exactly he's gonna serve you.
Saying. He's just trying to like fake you.
But yeah, and then Monica Geller obviously being controlling as she is, but then also being a chef, and then Hannibal actually being like a great chef also. But there's this tiny where she's like, let me just add a little something, just because I want to control the situation.
Rosmarin!
Yes.
No, yes.
But yeah, and then at some point Desmond left to make his phone call, and then he fucking dies.
And he beelines it to the door.
But he doesn't.
Chaos erupts, and when the dust settles, he's fucking dead. I don't know. Maybe somebody saw someone running towards the door and was like, "Nope, you're not getting away."
Or Nadia just took a chance.
Maybe Nadia was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna get any dinner."
So that's my take.
So that's my take.
Okay.
Tastes a little metallic, this human. Aber ja. No, I love the image that gave me of all of them gathered around this like packed Christmas table, all of them in like ugly sweaters and just like fastidiously smiling and trying to keep the fucking chicken hidden. Can't.
Also love that like Hannibal's character is pretty like
That's on point.
on point, yeah.
True. No, I think I would give this one like a 7.5. I think it would have taken it over the edge for me if we at least got to know who killed Desmond,
Yes.
or at least got like a hint at like what killed him, and not just that he's dead. And B, maybe if a little bit more like banter between the characters happened before stuff goes south, and it's just a chaotic.
I mean, so they also don't talk to each other. They just talk to themselves.
Yeah, that's like the thing. I don't know. Maybe House can like give some shit to Hannibal because they're like intellectually on kind of the same level, and we need some romantic banter between Nadia and Rosa, please.
Yes.
All of it.
Yeah, no,
So, yeah.
That's fair.
That's
It was
the
a
only
long
thing.
shot and it didn't quite hit the mark, so I would.
He did pretty well still. I'm still
It was-
very delighted with the outcome.
It was wild to say the least.
Also the yo-yo of the tone, just like somebody making a joke, Hannibal like through his teeth. And then Desmond fucking dead.
That kind of broke my heart. Actually, I was like, why out of everyone, Desmond, like for no fucking reason, he was not in conflict, he just tried to leave. But okay. Guess that's how it's gonna be.
Here's how the cookie crumbles.
That was it. Our 2 stories for today. Thank you so much for listening.
And if you're not happy with the stories you find under your Christmas tree, remember, there's more plot at home. And have a very Merry Christmas.